So here's the clean, non-broken, and as we shift around, hey, what's up everybody? How y'all doing? Beautiful day here in Hollywood. Got my beautiful Jade bowl here. Nice couple $100 Jade bowl. Well, yeah, it was a nice couple $100 Jade bowl. So, unfortunately, mistakes were made. So I'm going to be trying to repair this today. I did some research, and the best thing I found for the most part, best bang for the buck, is supposed to be this Gorilla Glue epoxy, 2-part epoxy. Tried a little piece already to make sure it would work. Luckily, I was able to, I believe it looks like I have all the pieces to this. So I just wanted to take you guys on the journey and see, will Gorilla Glue clear epoxy work to actually repair Jade? Ooh, got a bit of work to do. All right, let's get to it and see how this does.
So hopefully we'll be able to do this to some degree where you guys can see it and I'm not totally just in the way all the time. So to start with, I used the tape to basically take all of my pieces, make sure everything fit together, make sure that we're not really missing anything. And so what I needed to figure out, right, is everything there. So everything is there. Now, because of the shape of this, the downside is we're going to basically have to start on the main bolt and build out, because we're not going to be able to slot these in if we were to glue all of this in place like this. Now the question is, would I be better off to glue a bunch of these little pieces together into one piece first and then insert that in? And I think yes. I think that is what we want to try to do. So it is going to be a little tricky because we're going to be using the smaller pieces first. And I just want to show you guys also, this is the piece that I tested. Let's see if it holds when I pull it off the tape. Yep, it did. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see on there. Can't see the camera, so I don't know if it's focusing, but this piece has already been fixed here. And the reason I bring that up, so I don't have acetone to clean this up with, but since it's small little pieces, I do have isopropyl alcohol. So we're using isopropyl, we're using some Q-tips, and then I'm just using my Kershaw work utility knife to scrape off anything extra. That's basically how I clean this up. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with the results, and if I can get the whole bowl looking like this, I would be extremely happy. I don't even think that's going to happen, but we'll see what does. But now we're going to move on, and what I'm going to try to do is start working on 2 pieces at a time. So, this tape, I got to give it, this tape is actually significantly stronger than I had initially given it credit for. So, yeah, okay, that's going to be just like that. I don't know about you guys, I always like to have one hand free from the glove just to be able to feel to move stuff. So, and you guys notice I got this prep right here. Way more than we need. Way more than we need. Okay, back off. Back off. Good. So now, you got a mix. And we'll back to that in just a minute.
Hey guys, I screwed up and let the epoxy set for about 17 minutes, not 5. So,
oh, this dried way too fast, guys. Okay, so now we learn. Okay, so Okay, so what I gotta try to do now is make sure that it's nice, firm. All right, let's see how we're looking over here. It definitely gets strapped fast. Bam. So this is what I'd like, dude, is you guys, because of how Jade is, this is just coming nice and clean really fast. That's fucking awesome. Definitely happy with that. All right. Box here, warmed up. Oh yeah. All right, got to be careful here, guys, but we're gonna have to clean all that off. But and it looks like I'll probably go back and, like I said, add little epoxy to fill in some of the cracks that aren't completely smoothed over. But so far, I mean, that's fucking awesome. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little while. Probably give it about 10 minutes, then I'll come back and clean that up a little bit. The best thing for me to do is gonna be to just oh yeah, let's do it good. All right amount of time. All right, leave that and let that chill. We'll clean that up a little bit more, but now let's go and take a look at the inside. Obviously going to be a little bit harder to deal with. You guys can't see, sorry guys, I can't really do this at this angle. I'll try. Clean up the inside a bit. Let's see if we got any things that need to be fixed. Sorry, you guys. I know you guys can't see a lot of this. All right, we are basically the point where I think I'm almost gonna have to just let it chill out for a while, you know. All right, guys, we're gonna let it chill for a bit. Considering how busted it was, I'm happy with that, guys. I'm happy with that. So, Gorilla Glue, 2-part epoxy, and Jade. Fucking A. Fucking A. Feels solid too, and this has only been, you know, a half hour since we did it, since we set it.
Hey, what's up, everyone? So it's the next day, and I just wanted to go over the results with you and show you guys. So here's the clean, non-broken, and as we shift around, so I mean, it's there if you're looking up close, and more importantly, if we look on the inside, so this is the whole section here. So I am beyond happy with these results. The Gorilla Glue worked extremely well. I feel really solid about how this turned out. So I would recommend, if any of you need to repair Jade, just giving it this method. A few things that I will recommend for any of you jumping into this project. So first of all, make sure you have a dedicated workspace, make sure everything's clean. If you can, have some latex gloves. Epoxy can get everywhere, and so if you don't have your workspace organized, it can become cluttered and messy really quick. The other thing is you want to make sure that you know the set time of the specific epoxy you're using. You don't want to just mix it and immediately use it. You want to let it start to stiffen up a little bit so it does not run everywhere. After you have everything set and your pieces are locked in, when it comes time to clean it up, I recommend probably within a half hour to 45 minutes before it really gets hard getting in there and trimming off and cleaning up any excess. Theoretically, you could do it later, but I would be worried about marring the Jade itself. If the epoxy were to get too hard, I wouldn't want to have to sand it. So I do recommend, like I said, so let the epoxy set for a couple minutes before you apply it to the pieces you're fixing, and then wait about a half hour to 45 minutes before doing any cleanup of excess epoxy. The only other thing I can really recommend is to take your time. You know, it really was a simple process, just lining up the pieces, figuring out where to start, and seeing it through from beginning to end. And I mean, the results are absolutely spectacular. So I'm surprised I wasn't able to find anything specific on fixing Jade like this, but here it is. So probably won't do any follow-up. I mean, it's just a standalone, it is what it is. So, but yeah, if you found this beneficial, slapping that like button would be greatly appreciated. All right, y'all be as safe as you need to be, and we'll see you guys in whatever the next video is. Peace out, everybody.